What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, coming off that huge Champions League night in Naples, where Chelsea went to the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium and beat Napoli in a 3-2 game, the mood around the club feels different. Not perfect, not fixed, but at least it feels good. There's a bit of buzzing feeling around the club, and that comeback didn't just secure us automatic qualification into the Champions League top six, and it also helped us avoid playoff around, and it also felt or feels like a psychological reset, and a team that didn't panic, a coach who just adjusted, and then the players actually responded. So it's all positive from Chelsea, coming out from Chelsea's camp at the moment. And now attention turns back to the Premier League, where Chelsea welcomed West Ham to Stamford Bridge in a massive London derby. And make no mistake, yeah, this one is also a must win for Chelsea, and it's non-negotiable because we've got some other teams, the likes of Liverpool, breathing down our neck, and we also have Manchester United, who will also have to displace in the league, and we can't afford to keep dropping points, especially at this point in time. So today we're talking about Chelsea versus West Ham, what to expect, tactics and the lineup, and what we expect from Liam Rosenior, and then there's also the Jeremy Jacquet transfer saga heating up, and a quick but sharp look at the rest of the Premier League top six fixture. So let's just get right into it. Now, that Napoli win was a very, very important one, and it matters a lot, not just because of the scoreline, but because of how it happened. Rosinho started with a restricted system, which he eventually recognized on the long run, did some tweaks and changes, and then trusted the attacking talent, and Chelsea won the game on merits. Yeah. And that's improvement both on the player side as well as the manager side. So the big question heading into this West Ham game is that, do we see wholesome change or a controlled evolution? I expect slight tweaks, not a tactical reset, because Rosino has spoken consistently about chemistry and and also emphasized on not overloading players and not forcing ideas too quickly. So don't expect experimentations for the sake of it, but I expect clarity, which is the most important thing. West Ham under Nuno Espirito Santos they sit deep in faces and look to counter through wide areas and target second balls, which I expect Chelsea. If Chelsea is going to stand any chance of coming out with 3 points in this game, especially at Stamford Bridge, I expect them to fight for all second balls and make sure that they are one step ahead of the West Ham players. I expect West Ham to also test Chelsea physically and make the game uncomfortable, and this will not be a free flowing football. Chelsea challenges here is break a mid-low block team and manage transition without recycling the ball too slow, making ball circulations too slow. You need to stay patient without becoming too sterile. So Chelsea's game plan, as we all know, the most important thing for Chelsea is they try to keep excuse me, why am I gassing up? They try to keep possession or try to make sure that they have control of the ball, territory, and make use of width early, overload half spaces, and avoid slow or through passing. And the most thing that I want to see from this, especially with the way Joao Pedro has been firing on all cylinders, I want to see Joao Pedro more involved, and I want to see also notice that the players, that's the rest of the attacking players, are close to Joao Pedro to ensure that he's fed and given passes, and they also ensure to create passing lanes for him to attack. And this is a game where tempo matters, and then second balls, like I said, I cannot stress enough, matters a lot. Emotional control also matters, but I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to go with give you guys my match prediction my lineup for this game. So this is my lineup for the game against West Ham, and before I give the lineup, I want to also stress this. If this video find its way to the coach or the team or whoever is close to the team, they need to start taking advantage of our home ground, because the fans are not just there for the sake of it. They are there to not just give motivate the players, they're also there as the 12th man on the pitch. So we need to make Stamford Bridge great again, make Stamford Bridge become the hardest or one of the toughest ground for opponents to visit. And that's just what I'm going to say. And then I'm going to start with Sanchez in goal, a back four of Gusto, Chaluba, Badiashile, and Joel Ato. And then the midfield pivot will be Caicedo and Andre Santos with Enzo Fernandez playing from the 10. In the attack, I'm going to go with Neto on the right and Jimmy Gittins on the left. And the reason I'm having Jimmy Gittins on the left is the way he got substituted against Napoli in Naples. Because I feel like if you don't give him a run of games, or if you don't give him the room to start, it's going to have to it's going to affect him psychologically, and I don't think that any of us or we the fans or the manager want anything like that. And then ahead of him as a striker, we're going to go with Joao Pedro, and this lineup makes sense because it protects Enzo Fernandez, especially because now if we see what's happening in the team now, Enzo Fernandez is getting on the ball more often than not. Looks like Liam Rosenior is building the team, started forming the team around him, gives Chelsea physicality in midfield and allows width from both sides. And then this also is also going to keep Palmer, because you're going to be asking why Palmer is not starting. We cannot risk it because even though Palmer came on in the second half to change the game against Napoli, we can still see that he's still not very fit. And each time he went to the ground, I was really really scared and had my heart in my mouth, hoping that he doesn't relapse again or get injured again. I don't think there's any need to rush Palmer. The team has been able to cope without Palmer for the long time now. I only think that it's only right that we allow Palmer or ease him back in the team, and that's why I rather it starts from the bench. So keep Palmer and Estevao as impact substitute, and then reward. Like I said, also give reward Jimmy Gittins after the Napoli situation. And yes, I agree that you guys would rather Estevao start and all that, but we already know what the narrative is all about and what we expect from this Chelsea hierarchy and the people who call the shot or get involved in the managers or the coaches uh and lineup. I mean, team. The Liam Rosenior isn't the one who solely picks the team. He's also got some other people above him who picks the team. So Mr. Kinsella has also confirmed that we shouldn't expect uh, Liam Rosenior to be highly dependent on Estival. They want to protect him from what I really do not know. So let's just keep it that way. Palmer and Estival can be impact substitutes, and we also have players like Archempong, Cucurella. We can. This video is also coming out. I want you guys to know that this video is coming out even before the press conference. So if there are any other changes or massive news coming from his Liam Rosino in the presser, well, just know that this is what I decided to come up without knowing the full squad information on what the squad is going to be like and all that. So getting starting feels logical after being hooked for tactical reasons and mid-game and tactical reasons in Napoli. So it's only right that we allow this go. And we can also allow players like Liam Delap come up from the bench. This is the only reason I'm having Joao Pedro start because form wise, Joao Pedro looks to be in better form than Liam Delap. So I'd rather that Liam Delap come off the bench in the and become part of the impact substitution that due to his physicality and the way he plays can also run run the defense of West Ham ragged and all that. So that being said, now let's move on to transfer talks, and this is with regards to the news linking Chelsea to the signing of Jeremy Jacquet. According to Fabrizio Romano, this Jacquet deal, okay, is is still on. Okay, late. It looks like it's going to be a late window intensity. The negotiations still looks very complicated. One Chelsea are pushing very aggressively. Romano even compared it to the Enzo Fernandez deals, which went down to the wire, and that tells you everything. Chelsea believe in Jeremy Jacquet, and they believe that is the ball playing centre back that they've been looking for. I've watched him, but I think that I don't know, man. The He's just 20 years of age, and I'm on the fence on this one, yeah, because the Premier League is a different gravy even compared to the League On, and I know that the player himself is a very good one and one for the future. Does he walk straight into the starting lineup? Because apparently even Liam Rosenior, okay, has given his blessings for Chelsea to go after the signing of Jeremy Jacquet. So well, one thing I know is that he's a long term cornerstone and the ball playing centre back that Chelsea actually want. But we have a lot of ball playing centre backs. We have two players, one of which has been recalled from Dortmund in Aaron Anselmino, and we also have Mamadou Sarr, who's actually having a very good season at Strasbourg. So that tells you a lot, unless, like I said, players like Badiashile, Tosin, even Chaluba are definitely high on the list that are going to be on the list of players that are going to be leaving the club come the end of the season. I can also go as far as saying that we might also be having Wesley Fofana even in the transfer list. Well, because just I don't know the reasoning behind this, because this getting this player is going to cost like 60 to 70 million euros, and it looks like Chelsea are going all in for this player. He's one apparently that fits the Rosino football, but Mamadou Sarr also fits Rosino football. Aaron Anselmino also fits Rosino football. We also have Joshua Chempong, who also fits Rosino football. Now, also to tell you why now I'm going to tell you why the recall of Anselmino, okay, happened. Because apart from the fact that Dortmund was already talking to people close to Anselmino that they intend on making his loan move permanent. Uh, it's also that Chelsea wanted to strengthen leverage with Rennes and prepare internal solutions as well as keeping their options open. So if Jackie doesn't happen now, summer deals become more likely. And Anselmino could also go to Strasbourg with Mamadou Sarr coming the other way. The squad balancing continues, and this is a strategic flexibility and not a panic one. And then also finish up with my predicted score for the rest for Chelsea and the rest of the Premier League top six. And I'll start with Leeds versus Arsenal, because I'm going to be giving Arsenal to win this game 2-1 against Leeds at the Leeds home ground. And then Liverpool versus Newcastle, I'm going to give Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. Manchester United versus Fulham, I'm going to give, because of Manchester or Man U's inconsistency, and Fulham is looking more organized and the way they play, I'm going to give Manchester United versus Fulham a tie. Could be a goalless tie, but I don't expect it to be a good. I think probably a 1-1 or a 2-2. And then Aston Villa welcome Brentford to the Villa Park. I'm going to give Aston Villa 2-1. And then the big match for the weekend is Tottenham versus Manchester City. I'm going to be giving Manchester City 3, Tottenham 1. And then to wrap up, I'm going to give Chelsea 3 because it's our home ground against West Ham United 1. So let me know what you guys think about everything that I've said in this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and share this video. Most importantly, don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you're notified as soon as I put out another video. I'll be here to give you guys my match reaction immediately after the match or the game, and we'll also be here to talk about it. I'm also contemplating on doing a live uh uh a watch along. I don't know, but if you guys want me to do a watch along with you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Anyway, so this feels like a professional. It's going to feel like a professional win if Chelsea wins um at the Bridge tomorrow against West Ham. It's not going to be spectacular. I'm not seeing anything spectacular at the moment. I'm only seeing the only difference I'm seeing now is that there's a higher tempo with which Chelsea are playing with compared to what used to be under Enzo Maresca. And then we can also talk about the control, and that's okay for me. Chelsea don't need perfection right now. They just need to gain momentum, and that's just everything for me. Uh, because like I said, Chelsea are a work in progress, and for the first time in a while, it feels like there is direction, there's accountability, and there's adaptability. So that's everything that I have for you guys today. I'm out. You guys have a lovely Friday and a lovely weekend.